Well, I always look at the story first. And, Gyeongsang Creature and the narrative of it was very intriguing. And the role was the type of a role where you can show different facets of yourself. And on top of that, we have writer Kang Eun-kyung, who I'm a big fan of. I loved her works. So it was a no-brainer for me. And also director Chung. When I was in Itaewon class, his work was also airing, which is called Hot Stuff League. So I wanted to meet with him. It's just a no-brainer for me because it's going to be just really fun. I love that this was set in the 1940s. And then it's also about a creature. So it's a really fun mix of a creature genre and a period drama. And I thought a creature genre will be of immense help to me as an actress going forward. So that's what really reeled me in. And I want to ask Director Chung, it's a mashup of a creature genre and a period drama, and there is a specific reason for that, right? So what kind of emotions did you want to show through this show? So first of all, when I talked to writer Kang about this show, I said that I wanted to talk about this era, the Gyeongsang era. I'm very intrigued in this era. And when I was talking with her, I said, let's make this into a story that's not just about us, but a story where people around the world can all enjoy. So that made me think of a creature genre. If it's a creature genre, I can talk about our history, but also creatures, which can be more intriguing to a lot of global fans. So that's why I wanted to mash up the two genres together. And this is my first time as well, trying to mash up two different genres. So this is a challenge for myself too, which I really like.
So in the beginning of the story, you will get to know that in Bukchon, he is the wealthiest man there and the owner or master of the House of Golden Treasure. And before he became the master of the House of Golden Treasure, he went through many struggles and he grew with those experiences. And one day he becomes entangled in an event, and the people he comes across, this is a story about those events. And through the story, I tried to really focus on telling the backstory that Taesang had, and I think I'll say he's someone with a lot of stories. I see, and he's also the most stylish and the so-called modern boy of the era, right? It guy? Yes, it guy, I would say. Taeok, like Sejun briefly mentioned, as you briefly mentioned, she is a sleuth who can track down anyone. And alongside her father, she is in search of her mom, who has gone lost about 10 years ago. And along the way, she arrives in Gyeongsang and crosses paths with Taesang and goes through a series of events. Yes, definitely, a series of many events. Yes, I think Taeok's personality and my actual personality, it doesn't really match because a lot scares me. I'm not that laid back or relaxed. So I was concerned about that quite a bit. But the historical background and the era and the influence and impact I get from other characters, including Taesang. And while Taeok, she's so determined in wanting to find her mother. She had a very clear goal. So focusing on those things, I think portraying her wasn't as difficult. And there's also this lady who brings a very classic and mysterious vibe to the show. It's the lady Yukiko Maeda, played by you. Tell us about her. So Maeda she is in charge of the mysteriousness in Gyeongsang Creature. And she has the most power and the most wealth, and she is a supporter of the Ongsang Hospital. And as you may see from her look as well, she's very reserved and calm, and she comes off as someone who's just very dainty and beautiful, but you will not really know what's going through her mind. Oh, it was very difficult learning Japanese. I felt a lot of pressure, and because she's the only person using the old-fashioned Kyoto style Japanese, I actually had a hard time finding who could help me with that. And sadly, while I spent so much time studying Japanese because I studied the particular old-fashioned one. If you were to send me to Japan, I wouldn't be able to communicate. And also what was difficult about Korean was a lot of it was based on my imagination, and the director was there to sort of rein it in if it was too much. So it was very tough because it had to be Korean spoken by a Japanese person.
So because this is such a highly anticipated grand-scaled series, we loved being on set. But it was very competitive on set as well. The director, the cast, the crew, we were all trying our hardest. We were very passionate about this show. So we could see that we're all getting tired day by day because we are pouring our everything into this work. The production design and everything is just so impressive, right? How did you feel? Yes, when I first set foot in the House of Golden Treasure, I was really impressed. I was like, wow, this is really cool. Because I've been in a lot of period dramas, but this one was different. I've never seen a set like this. So when the shooting was over, I heard that they're going to take it down, and I was really mad because I didn't want it to be taken down. There's that vault inside the House of Golden Treasure, and every little prop in the scene was just perfect. Yes. So all of a sudden, his wife goes missing. I think he's a romanticist. He really loves his wife. Because she went missing, his whole life turns upside down. So he takes his young daughter on a search for his wife for over 10 years. And because there's these little hints about her whereabouts, he gets to meet with Taesang, and they infiltrate Ongsang Hospital together in pursuit of his wife, and also because of Taesang's goals. And if you watch it, you'll know who this guy is. The beginning of the story of the creature is within the opening title of the show. The opening title where there are names of the cast and crew. We tell about the origin of the creature in the opening title. So I think it's going to be fun for you to watch the opening title as well. And I also just wanted to say that our creature is one of a kind. It's something that we created ourselves originally. We had such a nice cast and crew, such nice people in the show. So I was very determined to make sure to pull this off really well until the very end. I just want to use this opportunity to thank them for their hard work because I really think it was a very difficult work, but I just want to thank them. I hope you enjoy the show Gyeongsang Creature, and I hope you have a lot of fun watching it. Thank you.